Hello, I'm Kenny Stitt.
And I'm Zach Webster.
From on campus to national politics, we cover what matters to you. We are the Crew at 5. First up tonight, we're going to show how two USA programs collaborate on a common interest. Two USA programs come together this semester in a group project. They are using drones to collect weather data.
Students in the engineering and meteorology fields are coming together for a group project to collect weather data with drones.
We've got 3 pilots that rotate a schedule each week. I fly on Thursdays, and we have pilots that fly on Tuesdays as well. So there's about 3 flights a week right now.
The drones are equipped with instruments designed to record weather data as it goes through 2 different flights.
First flight, we're just going to go up. We're going to hover there for about 10 minutes in one spot, about parallel with the tower. Then the second flight we're going to do a box pattern around the tower and do 15 laps around the tower.
Once the data is recorded through the flying efforts of the engineering program, it is sent off to the meteorology program for analysis.
This is the date that it was, so that's the 8th of February, the hour and the minute that they started. I won't know that till I run the code, so I don't really have to change that yet. This was a 10-meter flight, so I have to change this to 1. The rest of these are 0. These are just different kinds of flights. So 2-meter sounding, 10-meter, or a tower test. And because this was 10-meter, I would change that to 1, then give the exact start time and end time. And then these are just changing the AXI ranges depending on what the weather was that day.
The entire group project is primarily overseen by Dr. Kimball, a meteorology professor at the University of South Alabama.
The goal to do this is to understand and to learn how to measure meteorological parameters using a UAV or a drone, if you will. So we're using quadcopters, which have 4 rotor arms, and we're putting all kinds of meteorological instruments on the quadcopter, and then we're flying it next to one of the mesonet stations, which is a tower with instruments on it, high quality instruments that we trust and that we know, and then we can validate the sensors on the drone to understand and to see if they're correct.
Although there are no plans at the moment to make the data readily accessible to the public, Dr. Kimball says that public access could be considered later on. Zach Webster, the Crew at 5.
Drones are becoming an extremely valuable tool. I cannot wait until the future when JAD trains become JAD drones.
And now in national news, confusion has broken out after a skier in New York went missing and was found in California. Danny Philippidis went missing from Whiteface Mountain last Wednesday and was found a couple of days ago across the country in California. The most puzzling part is he has little memory of how he got there. All he remembers is maybe suffering a head injury, riding in a big rig, and sleeping a lot. After a phone call to his wife and a haircut, Philippidis is now looking for answers. In other news, Republican Governor Rick Scott vows to limit gun accessibility. In the wake of yesterday's school shooting, the Florida governor announced today, quote, if someone is mentally ill, he should not have access to a gun. However, others are looking to broaden gun control measures. Superintendent Rob Runcia said, quote, now's the time to have a real conversation about gun control. Armed with an AR-style rifle, 19-year-old gunman Nicholas Cruz brutally murdered 17 people in the largest school shooting since Sandy Hook. We offer our prayers and condolences to the victims of this tragedy. To find out how you can do your part in helping these victims, visit our website at thecrewat518.wixsite.com.
A study released today suggests that the flu vaccine is only 36% effective in preventing the flu. Most of the illness came from a flu called H3N2. This virus is causing more suffering and has caused the worst recent flu season. The vaccine was very effective in young kids and ineffective in older people. Experts still say that this is still effective to get the flu shot.
When we come back, we'll tell you about the correct history of Mardi Gras.
Special guest joining us to talk about his experience at Mardi Gras. We are the Crew at 5.
So they say it's a man's world? I don't see anybody's name on it.
While they were doing their thing, we slowly changed ours.
Today, women can do anything men can do. And there's one thing we're even better at.
Me and my boy Matt had it good. He had catnip that was off the hook. But one day, he brings a girl home, and she's allergic to cats. Every sneeze was a nail in my coffin. Now I'm in a shelter. It's decent, but they don't even have Wi-Fi.
As University of South Alabama students, we're all aware of how the local community depends on the Mobile Bay. However, many of us do not know how Mardi Gras impacts the Bay.
After Mardi Gras, trash dominates the downtown Mobile landscape. However, many city sanitation employees are working around the clock to rid the city of garbage.
It'll probably take till Thursday, maybe even not that long to get everything done right. But we'll be all right, though.
Due to the massive amount of garbage laying around in the city streets, sidewalks, and parks, city sanitation employees expect the cleanup effort to last several days. However, not every piece of trash gets collected. The sanitation department has just swept this entire street as clean as they could get it. However, some Mardi Gras debris still remains, just like these plastic beads, and many worry that these plastics will enter the storm drains and harm the nearby Mobile Bay.
I've been down here at Mardi Gras for the last couple days, and I'm very upset by the amount of trash that has not been picked up after the parades. This trash is largely composed of plastic, and once it makes its way through the bay, through our storm drains, it will break down into microplastics. And these microplastics have been tested to show cancerous side effects.
Many environmental interest groups in Mobile who focus on the impacts of plastic litter on the surrounding waterways. One of these groups is Dog River Clearwater Revival, led by Executive Director Debbie Foster.
And plastics and styrofoams just plain never go away. And yet, that's what everybody uses today. It's the thing. And we have become such a disposable society.
The Mobile Bay is one of the most biodiverse estuaries in the entire world. However, many experts and activists agree that if people do not change their behaviors now, we will lose this ecological gem.
Celebrations like Mardi Gras can harm the Mobile Bay, but with simple lifestyle changes, we can lower our toll on it as well as the environment.
Mardi Gras may be over, but many Catholics, a new beginning season has begun. Ben Moores went down to the church to find out the connection between the church and the holiday.
If you've been in Mobile long enough, you've probably heard at least one person brag about the city being the birthplace of Mardi Gras. What you might not know is the religious history behind the holiday or how it still impacts the festival today.
And so Mardi Gras and Carnival was when you had to consume all the meats and fats so that it wouldn't spoil and go to waste. And so you generally had a big party to consume it all because you knew tomorrow, Ash Wednesday, you would fast and you would abstain from meat and potentially for 40 days thereafter.
Mobile's rich Catholic history started right behind me at the Archdiocese of the Holy Conception, 1703. But over the centuries, this tradition has been carried on, not just through Mardi Gras, but the acts that surround it.
The church has always been involved because during the time of Carnival, particularly with the Cowbellion de Rican Society, they would stop the parade, go into the theater, and make a donation to the Catholic Charities. The charitable aspect of the early Carnival cruise always was linked to the church, the Catholic Orphan Asylum in particular.
I have been partaking in Mardi Gras since I came down to South. My first Mardi Gras my freshman year was really interesting because I had never experienced something like this before, but I've loved it ever since.
I would say for Catholics in and of themselves, it should be benign. And for practicing Catholics, those who actually, cross the threshold in their faith beyond that being named, that might be a good thing because they've had their fun, hopefully nothing sinful, right? And now they're ready to do something different. but all things can be, distorted. Yeah, we can take any good and distort it, whether it be liquor, food, or behaviors. Yeah.
Or beads.
Or beads, yeah, yeah.
Thank you, Ben. I always knew there was a connection between the Catholic and the Mardi Gras. Didn't know how rich the history was until now.
Coming up after the break, we'll talk with James Truitt about his Mardi Gras experience.
You are watching The Crew at 5.
Wake the sun, tell him that I've begun to dream of things to come, and tell the trees not to look for me. I'm going to find some peace of mind. Wake the sun, wake the sun, wake the sun, wake the sun.
While Mardi Gras is known for its rich tradition of revelry, many forget to take into account its impact on local businesses.
My name's Maggie Smith, MAGGIESMITH, and I own Soul Kitchen. And I'm also on the radio at 92 Zoo every night. I have a radio show.
Okay.
My name on the radio is Mystic Marge, as you can see on my computer. I have been working at Soul Kitchen for, 2008, for almost 10 years, and I have owned Soul Kitchen for about 5 years. Well, Mardi Gras does a ton for downtown, obviously. It's our busiest time of year. Every hotel down here sold out. As you were probably coming in, you saw the beer trucks. They have about 5 times the amount of beer than they normally do. It's awesome. We love it. We have a love-hate relationship with it. We love all the business we get, but we do get a lot of people from out of town who are a little bit rowdy. And our kind of marketing has changed over Mardi Gras in the past 5 years. When I first came to Soul Kitchen, we did a lot of like national touring acts, a lot of big rock bands and stuff like that, but we have kind of found as a music venue that we're competing with Mardi Gras balls. And so you really have to kind of play to your customer. Now, if you see what we have booked for Mardi Gras this year, it's country shows, a college party, and Boosie. We just kept having kids hitting us up and kind of wanted to run us out. And, technically, really our business model as a music venue normally is you do make some money off ticket sales, but you really make make money off the bar. Revenue definitely increases tremendously, no doubt about it. It's definitely not your typical bar, which a lot of places downtown are. We're a little bit different.
With thousands of people downtown, I can see why local entertainment and food businesses appreciate the holiday.
We have a very special guest joining us today, reporter and parade goer, James Truitt.
What's going on, y'all?
How you doing today, James?
I'm doing great, man. Feeling great, man.
So tell us a little, how did you like downtown?
Well, Tuesday I went, of course Tuesday was Fat Tuesday, and I missed the majority of all the parades, but I went to the last one, which was called the Order of Myth Parades, and I started at 6 o'clock, and when I got down there, and when I got down there, it was, of course, a lot of people down there. Everybody's excited. They had all the kids and family out there. So only thing I disliked was the parade started a little too late. It's supposed to start at 6, but ended up starting by almost 7 o'clock. So by the time when the parade started and it got underway, of course, police came through first, escorting the whole parade. And it's Fat Tuesday, and here in Mobile, Alabama, many people come out to celebrate Mardi Gras by going and watching many parades. stiff. They just threw a lot of, Mardi Gras beads and everything, but it was like a lot of excitement. I can tell why so many people enjoy Mardi Gras down here in Mobile, and it's just fun. It brings excitement.
Yeah, so I was at the Mardi Gras. I was at that Mardi Gras parade.
Yeah.
I thought the same thing.
Yeah.
Really fun experience.
It really is.
I was also, kind of unimpressed with the throws.
Yeah.
I mean, aside from the throws, what else did you like about the parade?
Well, I liked how a lot of people interact with each other too. I met some people out there that's from Mobile, and they was kind of giving me a little background on Mardi Gras. A lot of them. One guy told me that he had an argument with somebody saying that somebody thought that Mardi Gras was originated in New Orleans, and he told me no, it's originated in Mobile, right here in Mobile. So I thought that was pretty interesting, getting to know him well.
Thank you for joining us this evening. I'm Zach Webster.
And I am Kenny, and this is the Crew at 5.